Hello.
Hello, sir.
Welcome and congratulations for winning the award.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this award for nominating me for Teaching Excellence Award.
Brilliant. Uh, this is supposed to be the celebration for your award. And thanks for those who have joined online as well. We will be recording this, so there'll be more people who will be able to access this particular interview. So before we begin, let me ask Dr. Sandeep to introduce himself with your current work and the institution you're working for as well.
Thank you, sir. My name is Dr. Sandeep Kumar. Presently, I'm working as an associate professor in the finance domain in United University. I have a total 16 years of teaching experience. I used to teach subjects like financial accounting, financial management, security analysis, portfolio management. And apart from my teaching, I also contribute in the admin work as a joint coordinator in IQAC department in the university. Apart from this, I also trying to motivate each students from their emotional background so that they can take education. And this is my also effort that those who are underprivileged and they do not get educations, and I try to encourage them for the taking the education. So these are my some work which I am doing currently, sir. And this is little. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's great that you have one angle on the activity, which is to get people onto the education ladder and get the education.
Yes,
Precisely the kind of vision that we are following. We don't want just the people from the best of the cities and the urban areas to succeed. Of course, they have right to succeed, but people from remotest of the villages from all across the world, they also have a right for education,
exactly.
and trying to bring in the education and post-education opportunities, which is entrepreneurship, which is jobs in multinationals, and so on. So that's our vision as well. Very much in sync with what you're thinking, Doctor. Appreciate your 16 years of experience. So tell us about your journey, right from your education and how you got into the industry of teaching, and where you have been teaching so far. So if you can explain to us a little bit into your journey, that'll be great.
Thank you, sir. And actually, it is would be my great experience to share all my teaching journey. It was in the year of 2008 when I was completed my PG in the year of 2007, and I started working in the corporate industry. And while working, I realized is that there was not some space for my education and knowledge in the corporate industry. So I realized soon that after working approximately 3.5 months, I realized that this is not the place for me, and I decided to move into the teaching industry because this was in my feeling that my truthfulness, my hard working is never going to be utilized by the all corporate industry people, and there is a need of persons those who are a manipulator in their nature. So I decided that I would not be continue with the corporate, and I moved to the teaching sector. When I moved to the teaching sector, I realizes that soon sometime I get the poor feedback from the student that I do not teach well. I do not use as the examples on the lower means from lower society means lower means common common examples. Then I started to change my teaching styles. I started to change my everything, which is become to the student centric, and my teaching is basically focuses about the student centric. Until and unless the students do not understand the concepts, not only they understand, while they uh, understand it and apply it on their personal life, then my teaching gets success. Otherwise, I do not get also satisfied while delivering my teaching. So in the year of 2008, I joined one of the institutions, which is the name is Jeevandeep Institute of Technology in Varanasi, which is the oldest city of India and heritage city of India. And after working here, I realized that my education must be also continue with my teaching. So I took admission in the Banaras Hindu University, one of the oldest university in the Asia, and I completed my research program there. And during my teaching journey, I also continued to working another institutions after the Jeevandeep Institute of Technology and Management. I joined another organization in the Lucknow area that was named as Jahangirabad Institute of Technology and Management. And while working recently working uh, during the working, I also tried my best effort to complete my PhD. And in the year of 2017, I completed my research. And during this, I also joined another university, that was local university, where I learned with many people, those who are experienced in IIT and IIMs in the prominent institutions of India. And I get to know a lot of things with them. I understand what are the something difference which I was not imparting to the students. So I uses all those examples with my teachings. And after the local university, I joined another university, that was ICFI University in Dehradun, uh, the city which is known for their discipline, because the army training is India's best army training is imparted in the Dehradun. So here I learn a lot in the Dehradun, and also my teaching also have been improved here. And after this, I joined another institution, that is Gopal Naran Singh University, whereas not only I was teacher, but I was also administration as a head of department. And I got a lot of appreciation from the top management while working as an administrator. And these things motivated me to continue with this teaching. And another, after the journey of this, another part, the holy city Prayagraj, I moved to the Prayagraj and joined another university, that is United University Prayagraj. And the university where give me a lot of opportunity to work not only as a teacher but also as an administrator. I have been given opportunity to work as a joint coordinator of internal quality assurance cell. And apart from this, I also started teaching to the management students the finance subjects. And these while teaching, I realizes that the students not only they are getting these subjects, but also they are feeling good with me. So this was my brief journey, sir, about my teaching experience. And little thank you, sir.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you started, 16 years ago, and you have immense experience in, different time zones, of course, with different institutions. And when I say time zone, I mean, there was era of pre-COVID, and there was era of, internet boom, and prior to that was an era of some difficulty in the financial markets, overall recession. So you've probably seen a lot of changes happening. What do you see the future in the current digital world?
Previously, before to the COVID, there was only a little bit starting phase of the digital uh, industry in the education. But during the COVID, it becomes revolutionized. Means the people started to adopt new opportunities while in the working in the teaching industry as well as a student. They started getting an opportunity to teach online, and the students also getting opportunity to study online. So after the COVID, uh, this is not only come as a tool, but also it is a strong medium where the students can take educations at the far area where they are located. Means they can study in the top universities while living in the remote locations. So after the COVID, the people, those who are not aware about the digital industry, digital platform, now they are become aware. And now they're slowly and slowly they are realizing that now this is the very good platform where they do not have to go on certain places, where they do not have to waste money on their traveling. They can study at their home if they are serious in the nature.
Yes, yes, definitely. I totally agree with you. Now, in the context of the subjects that you teach, um, who are your students? Are they MBA students,
Yes,
BBA
and
students?
all. I teach all of the students MBA, BBA, BCom, and some of students are present in this session also.
Fantastic. So, and your subjects are the finance subjects, right? Finance
Yes,
related.
yes, my finance subject.
So, can you tell us, and especially, to the audience, worldwide, who is going to be watching this later on, and especially your students too, from the finance side, how digital is playing a role in the finance sector?
Uh, it is going to play a very important role in the finance area. Why? Because the physical currencies has a many problems right now. Now the government of India is also trying to come with the digital currency, and they are working on their pilot projects. And the uh, here, if I say about after the COVID, the digital transaction becomes world's largest transactions happens in only in India after China. After China, even China is going to be the second one after the India in the coming days. So all the digital transactions are taking the place. So digitalization, I say, digitalization of the all financial transactions and digitalization of currencies is going to transform the financial industry completely. Now students will have to understand what are the means prospects are going to be arise after the digitalization of all these transactions. Now students will have to understand, not only to understand, but also they have to create their understanding, to understand the financial transactions, to understand the financial recordings, to understand the what are the complications are going to be arise. And will be the biggest, because I have seen that the currency tradings, I have seen that the securities tradings are all the things are trading going to be completely are going on the digital platforms. And if you are aware about the digital transactions, if you are aware about the digital uh, uh, technicalities, then you can handle these situations, and you can apply all your knowledge. And if you do not aware about these digital technologies, then it will be a big difficulty. So in the as a finance area, I'll tell you, many of the platforms are offering the mutual funds online only. Means you don't need to go and study the forms. You don't need to go to study anything. So you have to just only click on the forms, and all the applications will arise. Everything will calculate your net asset value. You will calculate your the interest rate. You will calculate everything. You can calculate, means you don't have to waste a single minute on any other part. So if you understand the digital process, so digital platforms is now going to be the biggest platform for financial transactions. So those who are the finance uh, subjects, those who are students of a finance subjects, they will be they will have to understand, not only understand, but also they have to apply these all digital uh, understanding in their daily life. So this is my
Absolutely.
just
Well, so well said. And just to kind of summarize what you just said, I really appreciate the depth of your knowledge. And so, Doctor, I think what you're saying is it is essential. It's very important for people who are into the finance sector, the students of finance sector, to understand the technicalities involved in digital platforms. Uh,
yes,
because from a user perspective, yes, as an example of mutual fund, from a user perspective, they come online, buy mutual funds online, come online, buy insurance online, and things like that. But from a finance person's perspective, from a professional perspective, they will have to understand, how do I position my product, which is a finance product, online? How do I position it? What are the things that are required for a user to make a informed decision? Of course, the legalities also have to be complied for. So, from a finance angle, they have to see what all I have to declare, what I have to list down for people to make a decision. Uh, but it should be legally right. And on the other hand, from a slightly on a product positioning point of view, from a marketing point of view, what are the things? How do I display stuff? How do I create my product in the first place? whereas my insurance gets uh, better buyers than somebody else's insurance. They are
Yes,
all
yes,
selling online. So
yes,
what difference you can make, how you can play with the amounts and attract people to your insurance is again now a completely designed by a finance person, but with good digital understanding. So um, I just said, in different words, what you just said a few seconds ago, and I totally agree that digital essential in the London School of Digital Business context, we call this digital essentials knowledge uh, for a particular domain, and we believe that whether it's finance, arts, or commerce, any sector, you need to understand the digital essentials for your sector. And that's a very relevant, very niche content that you need to learn to accelerate the growth and be competitive in your field. So thank you very much for sharing that. uh, Another question is for benefit of students. Do you think that all these finance students right now have access to this kind of a knowledge, which
uh,
is essential in terms of, I'm talking about digital essentials. So where do they get this knowledge from?
sir, this is right. After the COVID-19, the many of the platforms starting to promote them on their social media. The students are aware about this through social media, but it's still a structured knowledge needed more, because they are only sometimes guided and sometimes misguided, because some of the companies also get introduced, and sometimes they misguide the students. So
Yeah,
yes, still it is there are urgent need of a structured and organized platform which can provide them the digital knowledge, digital education, which can provide the digital all the technicalities to them, so that they can understand what is exactly the digital platforms are doing in the field of the finance, in the field of the education, in the field of the current market. So there is a
yeah,
need. So
absolutely.
whatever the, yeah, whatever the existence are there, it is only through the social media, which the students are not exactly aware that what is the good and what is the bad for them. Only just they adopt it.
So I'll tell you what the problem is. Uh, People who are doing the courses or designing the courses are digital. They're only thinking about digital marketing, right?
Yes,
And they're not really thinking of. So they're thinking the digital to be applied in the marketing domain, and that's it.
only.
Because everything is sales driven, right?
Yeah.
But uh, as you and me agree that everything is not necessarily sales driven,
Yes.
there
Yes.
are lots of financial products, there are lots of art platforms who also have a lot of scope in the digital world. And these are just two examples of two domains, but if you take any domain for that matter, somebody from pharmacy background, uh, they also have some digital essential that they can utilize and accelerate their career. Now, the problem is everybody is designing digital marketing courses which are generic, and then learning digital marketing, and then you decide how you want to apply in your sector, which is a little difficult one. And as you rightly said, students are also misguided a lot. So
Yes.
what is needed is to design some course content in association with the domain experts. So you are a finance domain expert, and there'll be somebody or a panel of people who are digital experts. In a combination of these two experts, if we create some kind of a content, some kind of course, then that course is really the one that students need. We also have to be mindful that students have their existing studies. So if we can create a huge course they will not be able to spend time, especially MBA students who also have lots of other things to do. Now they will not be able to take on this additional burden if we create a huge course content. So the course content has to be absolutely to the point, precise, give them what they need in a shortest span of time. uh, Designed by a combination of digital experts and financial experts like you, who have vision into digital world. And I think that is what we need in today's time for the students. And I'm sure we will discuss with you offline and seek your inputs to enhance our existing digital essential offerings and see how we can further improve our courses that we already have, which are obviously on our website. Now, coming towards the end of this interview, I would like you to explain to us what is your current institution, what are the kind of courses they offer.
My current institution name is the United University, sir. They offering various graduate, undergraduate, and postgraduate courses. Undergraduate courses in the BBA, BCom, B Pharma, BTech, and BCA, BTech. So these are the courses. And in the postgraduate program, they offer MCA, MBA, and PhD programs, MSc Agriculture. So these are the certain courses they are offering.
So where is
And
the
the
campus?
university campus is in the Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
Uh, which is very well known in worldwide for Kumbh Mela, and the people come across the
Okay.
globe here, and uh, they means spend their time here. So many people come. And the campus is large, like it is big in the 5,000 acres. So it is very big.
5,000 acres.
Yes, 5,000 acres. Uh,
My God.
okay. And you cannot go by foot only. You cannot. It's so big.
It's a city.
Yeah, it's a kind of city. It is a kind of city.
5,000
Uh,
acres, the city.
yeah, yeah, it is.
Wow. Wow. So how many students in total?
Students right now, the 5,000 students are 5,000, and they are planning to increase the student intake nearly 20,000. They are planning to the by next year, so
Wow.
they're planning to expand it.
So is this a private university or
Yeah,
autonomous as they call in India?
it is a private university, but approved by the government of
Yes,
Uttar
of course.
Pradesh.
So it's autonomous, right?
It's autonomous.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Great. I think that's great to know about your institution. And, having said, you know, we focus on students' growth. At the same time, uh, LSDB also has got faculty development programs because we believe that international careers are not only meant for the students, international careers are also, should be
Yes,
available to the faculties. So
yes, exactly.
uh, I'm sure your institution is amazing when it comes to placements and the jobs in your region and within the country, India. Uh,
Naturally,
we
sir.
play a
Naturally.
role.
My institution are working for the placement activities and for the betterment of each student activity. So they are continuously working to improve their education also. So we are continuously working on this.
Fantastic, fantastic. So where we play a role is because see local placements within your country, the institution is fantastic. Where we come and help is to see if we can create some international opportunities for your students and your faculties by sitting in their own hometown.
Exactly.
We have some remote internships opportunities. After you do the internships, obviously you get a chance to impress the employers. And if they are impressed, then you also get a work opportunity, again, remote. So, few students in India right now from Maharashtra are doing some internship with our associate company in Netherlands. Uh, so obviously, so these things are already happening. A few students are doing internships with the UK companies, again, remotely from their hometown. Uh, if they get work opportunity, they'll continue to work from their own hometown, staying with their family. But at the same time, they'll be working for UK, European, and probably American multinational companies, smaller companies and bigger companies. Uh, Both are good because smaller companies you get access to the founders, the uh, senior people, and you get to learn a lot. And obviously, with multinational, you have different culture that you need to um, get as an experience. So we have both of these, and so as a final word, I would say, if there's anything that we can do for your university, please get in touch with our team, and
Naturally, sir. Naturally, will get associate with you because some of my students, those who are online, may be listening that they are also looking for opportunities for overseas. And naturally, I'll take your help to get internship for my students and for my faculties also, those who are interested.
definitely, definitely. And as part of this award, you also become our LEGI member, LEGI, LEGI, which means it's LSDB's Employability Generation Initiative. It's a non-profit initiative. So by default, you become our member. So
Thank you,
you
sir.
are not an alien to us. You are part of now LSDB team, which means you will get access to the information of internal activities, events around non-profit activities, and if there are scholarships or anything, um, if they have to be offered in your university, in your city, outside your educational institution, you will be the point of contact, and you will suggest us that in my area this is something that we want to do, and London School of Digital Business will fully support you because you are now part of us.
Naturally, sir. Naturally, this. Thank you for this respect to me, and naturally, I'll do whatever best I can do for that.
Fantastic. Well, last few words if you want to dedicate your award, and then we'll close the session.
I'll dedicate this award to you, all the organization, as well for my students, because those who are joined here, and many of them are not online. So even though I'll just dedicate this award to you and to all my students.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best and stay in touch. Bye bye.
Bye.